What's the one going on now? Yeah?
Yeah, 4 players around.
And obviously we're at the wrong position here in terms of seeing what's going on. What happened there? Forward came out.
We made space for the defender, yeah. Or made space for the attacker.
Stop. Alright, so you can check back inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Great little clip. I'm going to show it probably 2 or 3 times as we go through this here, but in terms of decision making, there, that just getting his head up, seeing what's happening off the ball, you know, he took the right option.
He drew players as well.
He drew players.
He drew all the players.
But what happened off the ball made his job very easy.
Yeah.
Alright? The forward creating the space, coming out, over the top, good diagonal run across, good support play, and then another goal. Okay, so that's again just emphasising the decisions on and off the ball. Alright, so thinking decision makers, I suppose, that you can catch the ball in the middle of the pitch there, in particular when you're coming through the middle, the whole thing's opening up in front of you, and you've got to train those options. Now, what we're trying to do through our programs and through the schools and all the rest of it, right through this, and some of you may not have seen this before, this is what they call, Robin referred to it, the long-term athlete development pathway. Right? So right through from the wee ones at the bottom here, the preschool, not the 4 years, right up to the lads at the top that are playing at their county or interprovincial. We're trying to train decision making. So a lot of stuff, Owen was just showing me some stuff there that he was doing with a wee disabled lad, a wee Down syndrome lad,
Yeah.
just before Christmas. You know, where he was teaching them to kick the ball. That's just how you had the video clip. You know, but he was doing it through questioning. Right? And getting him to think about it. And he mastered it. You only do it with the right foot, but all of a sudden, you know, with the right sort of coaching, he mastered it with the left foot. And that's from the very, very, very young age group there. So it has to be trained right through. So those of you that are working in your clubs with the underage structures, you know, don't leave it to the side. Work with the kids. Get them to think about making decisions. And we'll show a few examples here of how we might be able to do that. Get them to think about making decisions. And on up through, as you work with the 15s and 16s, get them to think about what they're doing. Right? How might I do that? If I have the under 16s, how might I get them to think about, if we're running a little drill, how might I get them to think about what they're doing? Anybody have a stab at it? You're up here, you're the under 16s.
Contesting your game or your whatever to meet your target.
Right, okay.
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
Why are we doing this? How do they match? Good. They're the type of questions that they'll challenge them. They'll challenge them. But it's good to be challenged, because when you're challenged, like I'm doing with you guys now, what do you have to do? Think. So Katrina, don't go to sleep, because I tell you, I'm going to challenge you in a minute here. Alright? Don't be going off to sleep. So the early years, and we've got a lot of this going on in clubs now. A lot of it going on in clubs in terms of the fundamentals and that sort of thing. Challenge them, ask them questions. Tell you, you're a massive resource, that wee age group. They'll come up with mad answers that you wouldn't think about. Right? Develop them as thinkers. Alright? Encourage taking responsibility for what they do. These wee boys and girls on the right were born to make decisions. How many decisions will they make in a day when they grow up? Loads. Will they take more money out of the bank and really broke? Alright? Will they take 10 grand out to buy a nice Porsche? Right? Decisions. Will they get married? That's a big decision. Right? Will they have children? You know, all sorts of stuff. They're born to make decisions. In terms of the development phase then, again, encourage decision making. Right? Look at this little clip here. Call this wide man. The kids are running up and down. The guys on the wings are on their own. They're playing both directions. And in the middle you have 3v3. Alright, let's just try it again. Alright, decision making. Looking at spreading the ball out, width and attack. Decision, who do I give the ball back to? Decision, what do I do when I get the ball? What's this for a little dummy? Shoot the ball and say. Absolutely class. Let's get a shot on goal. Now, goalkeeper gets the ball. What's he thinking? Do I hoof her out? Or do I play smart and find the free player? Great wheel here. I've used that with the seniors. How much thinking's going on there? right? Just by conditioning the game, Matthew, as you said, condition the game and get them to think of the options. Right? Now, sorry, just up and down here. Another one. Now, who's that? One of the shades, maybe, is it? What's he thinking? Right? Do a pass, do a kick, do a draw a defender, beat the defender? Right? Lots of stuff through his head. What's he dependent on? Donaghy getting his hands on the ball. Yeah. What's going on off the ball? Right where everybody else is. Alright? Is that Donaghy showing for it? Not sure. Alright, so that's the option. He's going for that. That's good. Two options. Runner inside. Alright? And the guy coming across this way. Great pass. Alright, why? He made a decision.
Took three
players around him and he took the right decision. How do we train that? Keep thinking about how we train that. So he made the right decision. Now this guy here, he could have hoofed over the bar, but he didn't. He was watching what the other options were. And he goes on to take the score. But did he take the right decision?
No. All across. Two men open.
No, nobody said no.
2 men open.
Score. No, he didn't take the right decision. Well, could it have been a goal? Could have been a goal, I suppose, about that. But it just shows you, see how important it is. And I suppose the only point I'm trying to make in this session, it's only an hour, is that we have to train it. And sometimes we don't. All we do is run drills. Right? We run drills and we think the players are getting a lot out of that. Alright? And then the competition phase, which is really the training to compete and train to win, more advanced decision making. And to be honest with you, at that stage where we're moving up into our elite end, is the guys should be well tuned in. It should be automatic almost. So those early years are very important. Alright, what challenges here? Guy in the midfield, drops, soft foul. Guy in the ball, hit the free kick. He's only one decision he's going to make, he has to kick it, right? So what's important? Where he kicks it, possession. What else? Huh? Off the ball. So important, off the ball. Now how would we set up something in training to train off the ball then? What would you do? Somebody give me some ideas. Zone conditions. So
A zone where you're not allowed to run into the ball goes into.
Okay, so that's your.
Keeping that free.
So free kicks there. So you're saying this zone is free?
Well, that zone or any zone, I'd say 45 or only full forward line allowed inside 45.
Right, okay. Anthony, any thoughts? Because I know this is your area.
If you had 2v2 in a rectangle, with one for each team, and the guy off the player opposite the two that you're working with, he has to make the run before you can kick the ball to him. So for if you had X, you want to have an X in each team and a D in each team.
All right, okay.
So let's say X1 has the ball, X1 beside you has the ball, and X off the ball has to make the run to dictate whether now he could run towards him and check and run back,
okay.
or he could run away from the position, run away from the ball and turn and check back.
Okay. All right. But you're working it. You're working it. You're getting them to think about it. And we have a couple of tips here to show that. All right. Good. Okay, and then at the high performance then, as I said, once you get into senior county teams, this should be well rehearsed. It should be second nature. And you know, okay, you continue training as you do, but I feel that if you haven't got it at this stage, then you're not going to have it. You ever had this guy just skip through that. So, coaching style. Just those are the coaching styles. We did a wee bit of a practical there. And Matthew was very much on number one there, right? Because Ciara was really starting. She hadn't got a clue, really. She hadn't really done any Gaelic games. So he was teaching her the technique, the very head, the eyes, the hand, the feet, where everything is. When we got the two lads up, they moved to what? Guided discovery. Problem solving. Which was it, Archie? Mix. Mix of 3 and 4. You moved up to this end. Now, how many of you would feel confident doing that? Using that approach to your coaching. Somebody said to me outside earlier, you couldn't do that for our boys, they're bloody stupid. That's the senior team he's talking about. You know, we have to give people more responsibility. We have to. Sean Boyle said it this morning. You have to put your faith in people and know that they're there. They're born to make decisions. Always keep that in the back of your mind. They're born to make decisions. So try this year. Have a go at it. Try this problem-solving approach to your players. Right? If you ever ask someone, how did that feel? Where's the hurlers? Kieran, hurler, come on. Here's a hurler. Didn't play on that side here. All right? And you're going to hit the ball to, like Colin over there. Did you hit him like that? How did that feel, Kieran? No, seriously, how did that feel? How did that feel? When you hit that time, when you hit the ball that time. How did it feel?
What do you mean how did it feel?
How did it feel?
I felt good.
Good or alright or not?
Middle enough.
Ah, right. Why did it just feel middle?
Because I didn't strike it well enough.
Alright, so you felt it?
Yeah.
Right. Throwing back again, Colin. You hit one so you know you hit it properly. Oh, right. Coaches, what did you hear? Right?
Kind of it.
What did you hear?
Solid.
Solid hit. Alright? So when you say to your player, how did that feel? They know how it felt. They know if it was an out-penny shot. Or they know it at the sweet spot. You with me?
Yeah.
So again, good man here, I'm not that deep, I'm not asking you in work, you should feel something. Thanks. They know if they've connected properly. And I don't have to say if you didn't connect to that properly, because they know they haven't connected properly. So again, using questioning in your coaching, how did that feel? What do you mean how did that feel? How did it feel? What does it sound like? You know when you hit a ball, bang, if you hit the sweet spot. And you know if you hit the ball and you haven't hit the sweet spot, it's an out-penny shot. So get them to think about it. Right, analyse what they're doing. So that's sort of problem solving, where we're coming from. Right, the coach's tools. All right, for time, Anthony, we're about 15 minutes, will we have?
Yeah, it's quarter to 2.
So, coach's tools. All right, if we haven't got a toolbox, we can't do our job. And I firmly believe that all coaches need to know what I call principles of play. All right, because that's what everything revolves around in terms of how you set out your stall for playing your game, on the ball and off the ball. Right? These are the attacking ones. We'll put these up on the website so don't be worried about taking them down. Depth, alright? Communication, penetration. We saw the boys going through with the ball, hand to toe. Width and attack out here. Mobility, people moving around. Alright, improvisation. Alright, people, I've been referred to Jeffrey McGonigal this morning. Here they can improvise. Alright? Good Cooper. There'll be a clip of him in a minute here. Alright, coach. He's here today. I'm not mentioning who he is, but a coach that coached me. I call him the Coke coach because we had a meeting one night before a big match and he had the Coke bottles out on the table for performance analysis and video analysis and tactics, scores and all that sort of stuff. And he used the Coke bottles to tell us what to do and where we were supposed to be. Alright? So in terms of the attacking play, width and attack. Oh, we jumped way ahead. Width and attack out here on the wings. Get people out. What does that do?
Good space in the middle.
Spaces, right? I was playing here, wing half forward, and he says to me, never forget it, I was out to market boy, only about 18, he says, when he sees the size of you, he's shaking his boots. Don't take a chance of that, he's been about 40 years. Right? He says to me, kick the dirt up. I want to see your boots white, he says, when you come off. And I was going, what the hell does he mean by that? And I said, afterwards, I said, what do you mean by that? He says, I want you to walk on the sideline. He says, kick up the dirt, keep her out wide. Alright? Bring him out, isolate him. Right? Use the space inside in terms of, this doesn't show up too well, in terms of moving inside them. But here we're looking at width, we're looking at depth and mobility. Now what's this one? What's the principles of this? Ball's caught. Support play, penetration with the ball, it's a score. Good decision at the end of it. Alright? So, in terms of tools of what we do, if we keep at the back of our mind when we're coaching, this idea of width and depth, players being mobile, players improvising, and penetration with the ball, or kicking the ball in, penetration without the ball, we have a good feel for the tactics and the principles around what we're supposed to be doing in terms of making decisions. Right? Defensive play, same thing. Now, listen, that's how you play. Right? Because when me out coaching, and I don't want to concede goals, then I'd be coaching my players to do this. These are the decisions I want made as a player. I want to concentrate the bodies around the goals. Alright, so if the ball's coming up the right hand side, I would expect my right half back to be in helping out. Just basic principle of defence. Alright? Midfielders will be dropping as the ball comes up, and that's what happens. And again, the challenge is for Paul Dock, who's playing against that, is how he beats that. Keep that in the back of your mind. How do you beat that? Right? That's what's this. There's the defensive principle. Balance, delay, control and restraint, put pressure on the ball, depth. You don't want all your players on your 6 backs in a row. You want somebody behind. And communication, talking to the players in front of them. Let's look at this. Armagh against Fermanagh. Alright, ball's out here in the right wing somewhere, or the left wing, and she comes across this way to here. Okay, let's go back through that a minute. Now, on some questions.
Anyone to reload?
The ball comes across. Player on the ball, just out of the picture there. Does he make the right decision? Can you see that from the back there? He's come back in here, he's throwing this man the ball. Now, he has to make a decision. He's decided to go forward. Is that the right decision? No? Why not? He's running into trouble. Alright.
The other player didn't give him the ball, hasn't moved, either.
Player to give the ball is stopped. Right. Look at the defence. Sorry, Anthony.
No depth in attack, it's
Yeah.
all the one line
Yeah.
across.
There's only one man, see the man standing there, that should be kicked straight into him. There's only one.
There's the only depth in attack.
Yeah.
And he's standing like a statue. So off the ball, not doing anything. So if I'm the coach of the Fermanagh team, and on Tuesday night, this is well before Peter Cameron took over.
Yeah.
This is when Owen was in charge. Training on Tuesday night, that's something I'll be looking at. And if you only showed 2 video clips before you went out, and that was one of them, you know, you'd know what they're concentrating on in the session. But look at the Armagh defence here. Look, they're starting to swarm. And the ball comes out outside. And then stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from depth and defence. You know, so the players came in just as we're talking there, and they closed off the space and they turned the ball over. You with me on that? So in terms of making decisions, that was the tactic in terms of the Armagh defence. Right, so we must train the brain. Right, so we're going to skip through this because I wouldn't even want to start on it. But I know one side's strong on the men and the other side's strong on the women. Would that be right?
Yeah.
What side do you think's the men? Kira, since you're the only lady here. Are there any other ladies about there? You couldn't comment. What does the men think? Which is our side?
Right.
Right? Left?
Left. Women never forget anything.
Long-term memory. I think we're actually this side. Is that right? Because
Yeah.
we're better looking at pictures. It's a bit
Yeah.
like Robin Gregg on the internet. You know, he was saying in there we get the tennis pictures. I think we're supposed to be stronger on the right-hand side, the visual side. But I'm not get caught up on that. Now this is not out of any book or anything, but this is just me trying to think about it. Because there's a big debate on about do we coach technical or do we coach everything through games? You know, what's your feeling on that? Anybody any thoughts on both, right? The older they get, the more towards the better both.
Better both, yeah.
The younger you are,
They're more technical.
you do more technical. Right, anybody else any thoughts on it? The younger you are, more technical.
You adapt the games to their technical ability.
You adopt the games for technicality, right? Okay.
Instead of fist pass, throw one, whatever they can do.
You're saying technically they need to be competent before they go into the game. No?
Technically, it's more telling them. Again, you're going back to telling them when they're technical, whereas if you're doing the other way, then they're thinking about it
Right.
through game.
Through games?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now you see a bit of a debate you can have around that, and I don't really want to get into it. But I suppose what we're trying to get at the top is competence. People who are competent, and particularly people who are competent in games. You know, and there's a big drive for this blue arts here, you know, a games-centered approach to what we do. And I suppose the more games that we get people playing, the more decisions they have to make. My only issue is that as long as technique doesn't suffer, particularly in hurling, you know, if there's many hurlers in here, you know, you need to be really good technically. You know, the football you might get away with it a wee bit. So there's a bit of a debate on around that, and we'll park with that. We're not going to get into it. Right now, What I want you to do, as we go through this, is in your own head, think 1 to 5 in terms of decision making. And this is just a rough thing. So 5 is, you know, there's multiple options, and people have been. It's an environment where people, you know, will actually be challenged to make decisions. All right. So think about the environment. Environment good, environment bad. First one, little activity. Pass and move. Rate it from 1 to 5. I'm going to fly through these right after. This is 5 minutes here. 1 to 5. You've all done this sort of thing? What would you say?
2.
A 2. So very little decision making on it. Alright, what decision making is there on it?
Where to move the next.
Put them in next. Alright.
What foot the kick was.
Decision making?
No.
Many of us do that. Decision making? 2. What are you giving it a 2? Time you run. So you're working off the ball stuff. This guy here, alright, off the ball. So as a coach, you're coaching, you know, when to time the run, coming off the middle cone, time the run, taking the ball to the right place. So there's a little bit of decision, but you have to coach it. Alright, so you're coaching time in the run there. This one here is an interesting one. 3v2 coming in.
5.
5? You give it a 5? Brilliant. You're very generous. We should write bank manager. 5
game with 5.
Alright, 3v2, definitely there's more decision making.
Multiple options.
And the 3's very good. Now, this is a great one. I love this one. Alright, 2v2, Red's got the ball, they score. Red's become the defenders. 2 yellows come in. Yellows score. Yellows become the defenders. Next 2 red come in.
Yeah. 5's good.
Another 5. Pushing it up high there. Why are you giving that a 5?
Don't go change from attack minded to defense minded.
Straight away.
Is that transition? Very, very important. You're attacking with the ball, it breaks down, you got to put it into your defensive mode. Right? This one here then, 4 goals. One on each corner. Looking at diagonal play, switching the ball, support play, looking long, looking short. Different options.
6.
6, and what are we playing? We're playing a game. Alright, we're playing a game. Diagonal ball. Support play. Decision, back of that. Alright, so that wee game really simulates that sort of activity of cross field ball. Alright, this one here, first one, ball's in, 1-on-1, and what's decision making on that?
Some.
1 to 5.
3.
2v2.
2-3.
Which is the better?
Second one.
2-on-2.
2-on-2.
Alright. This one. 4 goals. Ball on the move. Back in. Long ball in. Greens keep possession. Bang. Gain. Decision making there.
Yeah.
4. You're working there on off the ball stuff. So as a coach, I'm not watching the ball. I'm watching who's making the runs off the ball. Alright? Vinny, get moving there. You're not moving, Vinny. Why are you not moving? Oh, there's no space. Why is there no space? Alright, on the next man. He's not creating space. McCartney, you're not moving. So, defensive play. Anthony, keep me right. Shout, don't have to stop. Alright, 1-on-1. Right, get the ball. 1-on-1. Low rating? Yeah? Alright.
2-3.
This one here, watch this one. White